what is a rapper name? Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel. In case you don't know who Vybz Kartel is, he is a Jamaican rapper, and I do believe he was incarcerated for a good little while. And I think he's out now. I think he's out, and the media is asking, well, what is next for him since he's out now? Here we go.
The murder conviction of dancehall music icon Vybz Kartel has been overturned by Jamaica's highest court of appeals. Now, the decision came down after spending more than a decade behind bars proclaiming his innocence.
All right, Lisa Everest has been reporting and breaking news in this case for years and takes a look at what comes next in this week's episode of Street Soldiers.
There was so much intense interest in the UK Privy Council decision that the heavy volume of online viewers from around the world shut down the courtroom's live stream from London several times. But they got it up and running just in time for the world to hear that the 2014 murder conviction against dancehall music star Vybz Kartel and his 3 co-defendants was overturned. But it did not mean their legal troubles were over.
The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council has unanimously concluded that the appeals should be allowed and the appellant's convictions should be quashed on the ground of juror misconduct.
You say that he's a skin bleaching dancehall artist? No.
International dancehall music star Vybz Kartel, real name Medija Palmer, and his 3 co-defendants have been behind bars in Jamaican prisons since their arrest in 2011 for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, whose body was never found. They were convicted in 2014 after the longest trial in Jamaican history.
Which be so crazy to me that they can incarcerate you without even having a body. Without having a body, you can do 10.
In the trial's final days, one of the jurors was suspected of offering bribes to the other jurors. Instead of dismissing the case, the judge allowed it to continue, but the Privy Council found that was wrong. For Kartel's attorney, Isop Buchanan, it was a huge win.
A statement was made by the question of his conviction, and that is where we are. That yesterday, Mr. Palmer was a convicted felon. Today, he is an innocent man.
In a statement sent exclusively to my Instagram, Vybz Kartel says in part, "I am now back to being an innocent man in the eyes of the law. A grave injustice was done to me and my co-accused in the original trial." Instead of ordering his release outright, the Privy Council referred that back to the Jamaican Court of Appeals.
They have 2 options. One, they call for a new trial, which means we will start this process all over again from the beginning with a new jury, perhaps new attorneys for the defendants, perhaps a whole new set of facts and scenarios even.
You say he bleached his forehead? Wow.
Or they will release Vybz Kartel and the co-defendants.
The level of interest in the case has been off the charts, says Yasmin Peru, a reporter with the Jamaica Gleaner.
This is not something that was confined to the entertainment section of the news. This was breaking news on every level. And Kartel's popularity, his global influence would necessarily dictate that these are the kinds of steps that we take.
Do y'all understand? Watch this, watch this. People be assuming that people really, really like you like that right there. Like people is really, really down for you. I've never heard of this rapper. So, by me saying that, I probably heard of this rapper, but I did what the majority of people did. Forgot about him. Forgot that he was even in jail. Forgot that he wasn't even making music. You know what I'm saying? So for all of you who was believing that you will be missed and all that fly stuff right there, a lot of times you won't.
Bobby Condors is a Hot 97 DJ and host of the Fire Sundays reggae and dancehall music show. He's also produced records.
Oh, you said that he's popular. Oh, okay.
With Vybz Kartel.
He's bigger than an artist. He's an iconic figure.
Oh,
we
really?
know the music, but now he's been embraced by so many people globally. So not only you have Jamaica, you have the world, and that's hence the world boss and the love the people have for him.
We'll have much more for you on this fascinating case on the next episode of Street Soldiers. I hope you'll join us Friday night, right after the 10 o'clock news.
You might be right. You say, Willie, you don't listen to dance hall. You absolutely correct. I have no idea who Buddy is. I have no idea who Buddy is, but I can still like almost guarantee people forget about you. people forget about you. Out of sight, out of mind. When you out of sight, out of mind. But if you is a part of the dance scene and you still clubbing and stuff and you hear the music, then that may remind you of that artist. And wow, when the artist is going to get out, I hope the artist get out. You know what I'm saying? We miss the artist once you hear the music. All right, cool. But for the most part, y'all, people be forgetting about you. For real, for real. I'm telling you something. Hell, I was thinking about somebody today. Well, I was thinking about somebody yesterday. Dog, it was yesterday. And I was like, oh, that person ain't made music in a long time, but that's because I saw the picture yesterday. And I was like, oh, I forgot about this doggone person. But we typically do when it's out of sight, out of mind. But anyway, move right along. I ain't gonna be much hold you. He free now.